Alright, so you have here another highly requested team battle, and it is for Galio. Which one? And yes, he is being used as a sort of, as an AP tank jungler from the jungle. Now, kind of like I did with Diana, I won't really commentate the game too much, if not just sort of talk about Galio. I've decided for the next few games that I upload, regular team metas and whatnot, I'll sort of just use them as a sort of forum to explain to you, my thoughts on a certain champion as a jungler. And some people were curious, Stonewall, if jungle tanks are becoming a thing, like Maokai, Nautilus, and stuff like that, slow-ass champions that won't really harass Galio or whatever, would he become a good pick? And honestly, he probably would not. Now, one of the biggest problems with Jungle Galio isn't his clearing. I mean, it's slow. It's pretty fucking slow. And it doesn't speed up tremendously. It goes from poor to average. His sustain is surprisingly really good, at least health sustain, because his shield allows him to be pretty much fully healed by just a small camps. His mana is a huge, huge problem. By the way, that was just a terrible gank for me. His mana is such a massive problem, it's ridiculous. Even from with a blue buff, and even with your Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, you're burning through your resources ridiculously quick. Your mana pool is just piss poor, so you'll see me throughout this game buy mana potions constantly. And his ganking is okay. Like, for a guy with a slow, it's like, I think I give it a B. It's eh. It's just eh. And when it gets an ultimate, of course it gets much stronger, and his ultimate is only really weak during team fights because of the crap ton of things that can just interrupt it for stupid fucking reasons. Hell, you'll see. I think I get 2 ultimates in this game interrupted, and I didn't even know what the fuck interrupted him. So, Galio, he's got sustained problems when it comes to mana in the jungle and outside of the jungle. He's got initiation problems because he doesn't have a way to actually get in there. I mean, his E is one thing, but it's so telegraphed and so, you can deal with it so easily. Especially considering there's a whole lot of things that can interrupt it, so you can prepare to stop. It's just like, how the fuck is this gonna even work? Look, I use my ultimate here, and his fucking ultimate cancels my thing. It's like, holy shit, everything will fucking cancel my ultimate, even if it was probably not intentional. So, yeah, Galio's ultimate is just unreliable all around. Sometimes in the ganking phase, usually in the team battle phase. Now, Runes and Masteries, they're pretty much the same. Some of the things you'd want to take in the lane, though I adapted this one to be more AP. I believe I have attack speed red just to help me punch the camps a little faster. Armor yellow, ability power blues with some cooldown reduction blues, and ability power quints. No magic resistance ones because I just figured, the magic resistance I can itemize for it if I need to. Though I ended up not overly doing so like I wanted. I was thinking maybe a Things on Holy Grail and then Locket of the Iron Solari, but nah, I go cooldown reduction first instead, and Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, of course. And the Masteries were just 921, basic ones you take for a tank, right? So, anyways, another one of the biggest problems with Galio, and it's a very, very serious one, is he goes against what junglers need. He really needs gold. Like, he's probably one of the game's most expensive junglers, because if you don't build him with any AP, he doesn't do any damage. If you don't build him tanky, he doesn't get to survive long enough to do anything. If you don't build mana on him, then he'll pretty much run out of whatever resources he can before a fight even happens. He won't be able to poke, he won't be able to disengage or do anything, or spam a shield and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Dragon got stolen by me, I feel sad, but I steal, Fizz's life. I should be ashamed that I lost it because according to his name, he's the best smiter in NA. But anyways, he's pretty expensive. It's like you see some lane Galios go Rod of Aegis and things on the Holy Grail, and then go straight out health and tanking stuff. But that, as a jungler, is something you can't always build. You need your jungle item, and honestly, Spirit of the Ancient Golem isn't so good because it doesn't increase his clearing power that much. He needs to actually blow things up, and it doesn't really help his mana because that passive isn't that great. I mean, for someone like him who has ridiculous mana costs. I mean, like other jungle tanks, like Maokai and stuff, their mana costs are reasonable, at least, or Nautilus. You see something? I don't even know what the fuck interrupted. I think Nar's ultimate or something. I have no idea. It got interrupted, and I didn't get to use my ultimate to its fullest extent, and I died. Ugh. So nonetheless, as I was saying, other tanks just get to make a better use of a lot of the items you normally want as a jungler. Galio does it. He kind of has to adapt his build. You see, I bought Spirit of Spectral Wraith. I bought it. I mean, Locking of the Iron Solar is a good item on all junglers, yeah. But I bought it mostly because the enemy team, the fizz is getting pretty big. And the cooldown reduction there in the active, that good stuff. Here I fuck up my flash really bad. It's just sad. It's like fail Sunday. Well, actually fail Monday for my team. Kelvin sucks, Yuna sucks, and I suck. We're the trio of suckage right here. And before you say anything, oh, why are you insulting your teammates? Me and them, we build solidarity through insulting each other. If you could only read the chat, hell, you could probably read the all chat there, just saying fucking feeder Yuna and shit like that. That's kind of just how we roll and how we have fun with each other. Nonetheless, as I was explaining, Galio just can't manage his jungle gold that well. I mean, if he snowballs, holy shit, is he fucking stupidly powerful. His shield is ridiculous. It's a lot of free resistances. It's the passive that makes him survive most flimsy-ass attacks that the enemy will have if they're under-leveled compared to him. And, like, he actually does considerable damage for a tank. It's just his resources don't keep up with the amount of damage you want to do. It's like, you get 2 full combos of your spells, and then you're sort of inkling for more mana, unless you build mana like I did with Frozen Heart here. I'm at pretty much full cooldown reduction now, so that's all sorts of good. Though I'm hogging the blue mostly just for mana, which is kind of something I shouldn't do. And I am a bit, I think, 5% over the cooldown. 5% over the cooldown reduction right now, which is unfortunate considering you don't really want to waste so much of your gold. But I really needed the mana, and I didn't want to buy Rod of Ages. So, Galio. Would I recommend him? You know, it's really hard. Like, he's actually pretty fun to play just because he looks cool doing his stuff. And as a character, like, he's visually awesome to look at. He's a fucking gargoyle. You have, I mean, most of the jungle tanks are funny-ass characters. You have a fucking tree that murders people. You have a gigantic-ass submarine scuba gear suit that shoots torpedoes and has a giant anchor to kill things. That's fucking funny. You have a chick riding a pig, alright? And it's not like a fat dude. It's like an actual fucking boar from the ice places. You get that's a jungle tank. You have a fucking emo mummy, alright? That works too. You have a giant rock monster. And I'm forgetting what other jungle tanks are there that are just fucking funny looking. It's amusing to me that all the tanks that you can play in this game are barely even human. I'm having trouble recalling if there's any pure human tank. I mean, Sejani's technically human, but she's riding a pig, like I said. Amumu is a zombie, so there's that. I mean, yeah, he used to be a little boy, but he's a dead fetus baby now, so. I'm having recalling other pure tanks. Hell, even if you want to call the Bruiser Dr. Mundo a tank, which I would go against. I mean, come on, he is a Bruiser. He's a fucking mutant Cyclops Hulk thing. Either way, here's the only ultimate that I was able to get off just by walking up to them. And at most, I got 2 people before I got afraid that they just knocked my ass off and, you know, just stop my ultimate. So Galio's reliance on his on his flash to use his ultimate effectively is ridiculously crippling. It's almost insulting. It's like Riot actually already declared that they're going to rework part of Galio's kit. I'm pretty sure it's going to be his ultimate in some way. And I'm pretty sure it's also going to be his E. His Q is good, and his W is fucking broken. They might actually have to nerf it at some point. But his E is just kind of like somewhere in between useful and awful. I mean, if you level it up, you sacrifice the amazingness that is his W, for sure. But then the E does no damage, and it barely gives you any movement speed. And the movement speed it does give you is in one fucking direction, so you can only use it to attack or retreat, and only in that specific path, which can be easily telegraphed. So I have a feeling they're gonna rework his E in some fucking way. Man, I think it would be pretty cool if his E didn't give a buff to his teammates, but gave him a buff where he just glide to the enemy, and when he reaches destination, he'd knock everybody up. I know there's a lot of knockups in this game, but once he knocked them up, he'd be able to use his ultimate on there and, you know, do like just fucking CC lock them and kill them. Or hell, Why not make it so when he glides to the area, he has a tornado around him that gives him a shield if he actually gets to that specific area. And then when he uses ultimate, if somebody were to throw CC at him, it would act sort of like Black Shield and resist at least one crowd control. So one accidental bear slap from Udyr won't stop it. One like bullshit ass Alistair Q won't go through it. One Garen silence that pretty much goes through most animations won't stop it. His ultimate needs work. Hell, you saw there, it's just like my ultimate did jack dick because it just kind of walked out of it, and Lucian had, the Quicksilver Sash, which honestly is something that should work. You need a way to get out of pure awesome ultimates and crap like that. But it's kind of bullshit. Throughout this whole game, I think I only had one really good ultimate, and that was using a flash, and that was during a gank on people who've already used their spells. So it's just like, and it's not like I didn't try to get good ultimates. It's just all the opportunities to use the ultimate in a good way got hindered by like random ass shit. Like random crowd control or something. Here I use my ultimate to make sure Fizz doesn't use any of his hippity-hoppity shit to kill more of my teammates or avoid dying. So that right there was a good ultimate too. But still, Galio is not an underrated champion. He is rated fairly. He is a champion with problems, and as a jungler, it doesn't really get fixed. I mean, he can function. He's not like a broken jungler. He's not like trying to force the Sandra to jungle and you realize just all the weaknesses you're putting yourself onto. He can do it. He's just slow. He's just kind of gimpy, but it's all fun. You can do it in a normal game with friends, or hell, even in some extreme cases ranked, I guess. But hooray for Galio. He's okay.